Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities. My name is Rochelle and my cats are going bonkers. It's just craziness right now. And I've asked and asked for them to please calm down. And apparently that's not on the schedule. So I do apologize for all the sounds and whatever. I don't know. Who knows what's going to happen. Yes, I have chosen. I'm here to do a reading for Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, wherever you have those in your chart. And you have them somewhere. So this could be for you. That's my intention. And my readings are timeless. So whenever you catch this is the right time for you. And also, well, I've chosen 3 cards from Wisdom of the Oracle. I'll be clarifying with some other decks. And I'll let the universe choose a song. And the title of your song is Plume. Plume. I actually ended up looking this up. Because you use words sometimes or you know about them and you're like, what is that exactly? So, yes, a plume of feathers, a plume of smoke. It kind of makes me think that you may be dealing with someone they're kind of show off. They kind of like, they like to wear their fancy clothes and their fancy hat with the feathers, or if you think of like a peacock or, some kind of bird that like has the plume of feathers, it's it's there to kind of, I don't know. I guess feathers aren't always fancy and beautiful, but that's what comes to mind when I think of it. And so I think that you are probably dealing with someone who has um, a healthy ego. I don't even know if healthy is the right word in this case. They have a pretty big ego that is probably beyond healthy. All of your cards are in protection. We start with soulmates, which is all about dealing with someone who has been brought into your life for a reason. It's that idea that not all soulmates are, um, bring us happiness and comfort and all the things. Sometimes they bring a really heavy lesson that's incredibly important for us to learn on our journey for expansion and growth and all the things. But usually it's a quite painful lesson. And you are dealing with someone like that. And here's the thing is with message in a bottle, um, you were very drawn to this person. This person really, they did something for you. They really, you, you wanted to, you wanted them enough that you were willing to ignore the messages, ignore the red flags that were kind of slapping you in the face. And Jojo, good morning. Yes, you are. You are dealing with someone who's kind of a pain in the butt, I have to say, potentially. Um, and it makes me think of that movie, 500 Days of Summer, if you've ever seen it. Um, Spoiler alert, this guy basically he meets this woman, he falls in love with her, they date for a while, she breaks up with him, and then he goes through this period of time where he's just sad and grieving and missing her. And one day he wakes up. He kind of has this epiphany. He starts to think about all the little things, all the red flags that he had kind of ignored or hadn't really seen with so much clarity. And he's like, oh, I don't actually want this person. She actually it turns out she was like some kind of narcissist, not didn't really care about him to begin with, was just kind of self-serving and whatever. And I feel like this happens with so many of us where we go through this period of time where we're just we're yearning. We want this person so bad. And then we finally we turn a corner. Somehow something shifts and we're like, "Oh, oh, no, no, no." And it's different for everyone. I mean, it can take a long time sometimes. It once took me well over a decade to get over a person. So you just never know. But yeah. Um Ultimately, where you're at now, let's turn that in protection. Where you're at now with deep knowing is that you are dealing with some kind of, in the book it says, like, psychic overload. Like, you basically need to retreat, you need to work on healing yourself to any anybody who exhausts you in your life, you need to just walk away or just set some really strong boundaries and be like, "Hey, I'm going to be over here in my little, like, cocoon, just kind of nursing my wounds and getting myself back to myself, and maybe I'll see you when I come out transformed." um, yeah, you are strong. Like my friend Jojo here, you're going to get through this no matter what. But, oh, it is not fun. It is not fun. Okay, so let's look at the good tarot. Let's look at the good tarot. Two of air. Yeah, you're dealing with a stalemate. You're dealing with someone who is very stubborn. But the thing with a stalemate is you might be quite stubborn yourself, especially with Earth in your chart. Earth signs often have a fair amount of stubbornness themselves. um, but yeah, there's some kind of juggling, trying to get things in balance, but things really not being in balance. This person you've been dealing with has just left you kind of like, ugh. Um, and not really sure how to move forward. And that's why you have to just, like, step back. Just don't even try and figure it out. This is not the time to try and make amends or try to get them to see your side of things. It's like, because they're not going to. They're firmly rooted in their way of thinking. And no matter what you say, no matter what you do, they're still going to be standing there with their arms crossed, like, okay, yeah, I hear what you're saying. Doesn't matter, you know? And it's just like, like, just listen to me. And they're like, just listen to me. Oh my God. And then we get the two of water. Yes, which is a soulmate card, which is all about, harmonious partnership. And it could be that at one time things were really good. Things were really like, you were on the same page. And then somewhere along the way you weren't. And that's when everyone's like stubborn. Everyone started flexing their stubborn muscles. And um I don't know. I mean, it could be too that when you take some time to kind of retreat, go within, set your boundaries, do that healing, that you can maybe eventually come back to a place of harmony and enjoyment of one another. Maybe, I don't know. When you're dealing with somebody who keeps presenting red flags, like, oftentimes they're not going to change as much as you wish they would. They're going to keep being their stubborn selves that drives you totally bonkers and bananas. And you're just like, you want to strangle them because you love them so much. And why can't they just wake up? Yeah, I feel ya. In there. I could say I'm still there in some ways. 8 of Earth. Oh my goodness. Um, yeah, yeah, you got a fair amount of JoJo has a fair amount of Earth. So do I. Speaking of Earth, 8 of Earth. Um, this is kind of maybe it's a suggestion, or maybe you're just naturally drawn to doing something that is all for you. It's all for building your own knowledge, building your own skills, moving towards mastery in some way. And especially with this card, it makes me think of getting grounded through doing something that you really enjoy, such as learning to play an instrument or playing the instrument you already love to play and learning a new song, or doing something that is creative, that fills you, that fulfills you in some way. And that's a part of this retreating. It's going to help you to heal yourself, because it's a way of caring for yourself. Yes, yes, rebuild your living room. Learn some. You've learned some things along the way, and now you can like put that to good use and maybe continue to learn some things. For those of you who don't know, my friend Jojo here just dealt with crazy flooding. Maybe you have too, down in the south, right? Um, I've serious condolences. The natural disasters seriously are so terrible. And here where I live, I'm in fire country. So there are lots of people around here who are rebuilding as well. It's rough. All right, I'm going to look at the Oracle Tarot. Ooh, we got decadence and indulgence. Hmm. I kind of think that this is speaking to the person that you're dealing with. They're more interested in self gratification, I guess, in having fun, doing their own thing. Like, they're not very grounded. They're not really interested in settling down. They just want to have fun and eh, you know do whatever they want to do, basically, without any real care or thought towards other people who would rather they be more thoughtful about others. Certain stubborn earth sign, for example. We've got 5 of Cups, unfulfilled expectations. Yes, you do have unfulfilled expectations. Hey, good morning, Princess K. Oh, yeah, Alabama. Yikes. You guys get hit with all those hurricanes and uh, craziness. Um, yeah, unfulfilled expectations just left like, well, wh- I mean, what else can you do? This person clearly is not showing up for you in the way that you want, much less the way that you deserve. And you're left basically looking to see what else is out there. There is something better out there for you. It may not feel like it in this moment. They may be the one person you want, and there's no one else, and you only have eyes for them. But at some point, keep focusing on yourself, and you'll start to, like, the fog will start to clear. The clouds will part, and you'll start to see things. The sun will shine down and you'll be like, oh, oh, oh. um, oh, tornadoes. Tornadoes and hurricanes. Oh, that's fun. Fun, not fun. And then we get the Seven of Swords. Ego and internal politics. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we've got two people here, you and your person, who are both dealing with some serious, yeah, ego, craziness, um, feeling stuck. Seven of Swords, often a card of deception, of secrets and lies. And, you know, this is certainly a part of the person that you're dealing with. They're not on the up and up. They don't have a ton of integrity from what I'm seeing. Um, but also you feel stuck because of how you feel, and you can't even help how you feel. You feel how, the heart wants what it wants, and it's not logical, and you can try and think yourself out of it, all day long, and you still find yourself at the end of the day, laying in bed wishing they were there next to you, wishing they would call, wishing they would text, whatever it is. Oh my God. Oh my God. I totally get it. Yeah. Yeah. Whew. It's heavy, heavy stuff. Kitty confirmation. Yeah. Knee deep in women dressed in dental floss. Yes, if that's your thing, yes. You can pretty much find anything you want in this world if you look hard enough. Yay. I'm glad. I'm glad it's helping. I'm going to look at the Dreaming Way tarot. We get the Two of Swords, which is same card. Knowing that you need to make a decision, you need to cut something away, but you don't have, you feel blindfolded. It's like you can't see clearly. And this is a card of, this is the Luke Skywalker card. This is needing to, because she's not taking off the blindfold. So it's like it's going within. It's using your other senses, using your intuition to understand what you need to do. To understand that maybe it's time to, at least for now, just cut that off. With the swords, you're just figuring out what you need to do. Make the choice that brings you back into balance. um Page of Swords. More swords. um you you may be spying on your person. You're you're ignoring the red flags, wanting what you want. You just want them back in your life. And you keeping an eye on them. So you know their social media accounts. Maybe you've created a you know a secret account. They don't know who you are, just so you can like check up on them and see what's going on. Or maybe you just kind of lurk in the background just to see, like, what are they up to now? It's a little bit of, of an obsession. Um, yeah, you want them to come around so you can have this beginning with them. Metaphors be with you. Yes, I did see what you did there. um, Spying through tarot. Yeah, that's certainly a way of spying. Nine of Pentacles, which is you coming back to yourself, putting your energy, your time, as much of your attention as possible into building of course building your skills and knowledge and your money, getting to a place where you feel really prosperous. This is a card of self-reliance and knowing that to get yourself where you want to go, it's all up to you. And yes, this can be a card of being single. Whether you like it or not, it is it's a time right now to be single, to just go within, to deal with whatever feelings you're experiencing and just yeah. Um, Figure out how to get yourself out of this quagmire of just yeah, all the stuff, all the feelings. It's tough. Oh, it's so tough. Oh goodness, when am I doing tarot readings next? I'm doing one right now. I do them every day. But I know what you mean. You're talking about free ones. Or better to say free personal ones. Not totally sure. Um Life's busy. Life is constantly throwing me curveballs and I've got craziness going on. So I'm sorry I can't say. It's usually pretty random. If I have the energy and I have the time, then I will do it. But I have not had either of those things in quite a while. So, but tune into my readings. They often will resonate. Something in there will resonate with you in your situation. And I come on every day. It's very rare I miss a day. So there could be something between this and my dailies. There's got to be something. Um, Yay. These are personal for JoJo. Yep, JoJo is definitely resonating. Okay, I'm going to look at what's it called? Come on, brain. Osho Zen Tarot. Understanding. Oh, this reading. It's just, I mean, you feel like you've been trapped in a cage. This is you finally having that epiphany, waking up, that moment of like, wait a second. Wait, what? And this door's been open the whole time. There's not even a door. It's just there and you had your back turned to it. You were stuck in all these feelings and you turn around and you're like, freedom? Girls wearing dental floss? So somehow there are people outside the door. You understand that you can leave this cage that you have kept yourself in, that you didn't even realize you could get out of. And they're there. Look at all of them. Just there to meet you and greet you and take you on a wonderful flight to whatever, all the fun and enjoyment and things. Guilt. Guilt. This is an interesting card. But it's the Eight of Swords. This is like keeping yourself stuck. It's what's the word? It's self-inflicted. I mean, guilt basically doesn't help anybody. Um it's it makes you feel bad, it doesn't help the situation any, and I feel like it's more than guilt here. It's just the anxiety of the situation that you somehow you can't get out of your head, you can't get out of your heart. You want what you want. it's so infuriating to you that you can't just let this go. That you can't just be like, okay, fine, I'm walking away. Cool, whatever. It's it's the idea of suffering over your suffering. You're feeling bad, and so you're upset that you're feeling bad, and you can't stop. And it's anyway. I also just thought of that movie Singles from the '90s. Bridget Fonda. She finally gets over the guy. Gets over what's his name? Matt Dillon. Matt Dillon. Is that his name? Anyway, and she's finally like, oh, like she rises up above all the stuff, all the wanting him and the, and she's finally like, I'm gonna go up on my roof with my telephone and hang out in the sun, and like, get to that place where all the flowers are. Get up above the crazy mental anguish, basically. Um, and the creator taking back your power. Our solar plexus is all about personal power, that third chakra. And this is you being like, turning that corner and being like, I matter in this situation. If someone is not going to meet me halfway, what's the point? Chances are, if they're not doing it now, they're not going to do it later. Um, and this is fine, coming to that place of understanding, of wisdom, of knowing that you have it all within yourself to create the life that you want. It's getting to that place of connecting connecting all the parts of yourself. Like I almost want to say head and heart, but it's much more than heart. It's your heart's been stuck. And so it's kind of, I almost get this image of like the heart through taking back your power, through stepping into your power, you're gaining your wisdom, and your heart is naturally like taken along for the ride. Like there's this whoosh feeling of this energy that kind of gets released, kind of it's almost like kundalini energy that's like been trapped, and now it's like, yes, yes. Ice cream sandwiches are good. Oh God, I've been talking so much. It happens. This is serious stuff. This is serious. All right, let's look at the angelic messenger cards real quick. We have wholeness. You weren't feeling whole before, you weren't feeling balanced, and you're coming back to yourself. Awesome. If you're not there yet, you will be. Have faith. Healing. Yes, you are. Healing is not a fun process. I have not broken any bones. I've been very fortunate. However, I have sprained my ankles several times and hurt myself in other ways. And the process of healing, it takes time and it doesn't feel good. It's not until you get to that point of having already healed when you're like, yes, I feel good again. So hang in there as you go through the healing. Willpower. This is going to take willpower. Doing shadow work absolutely takes willpower. um, but you have it within you. Willpower. Willpower. You are using your willpower to move out of the situation into one that is very fulfilling, that puts you in a place where you're just like, I'm abundant, prosperous, pretty happy with myself and my life. Yeah. Okay, I want to end on end with a rune card. I'm going over a little bit, but hey, yes, yes, hug that inner child as much as you possibly can. What rune card do we have? Ooh, I got this one yesterday. Manaz. This is so great because this makes me think that this is where you're heading. We have a crowd at a concert, and right there in front, we've got a couple with their arms around each other. And you taking back your power and moving away from this person, from someone who has not been so kind to you, so supportive, whatever. Um, you move towards someone who can be, who is the right person for you. You can go and enjoy life, go and enjoy concerts. You've got each other. It's like it's your true soulmate. Manaz, where is Manaz? There you are. Haha. Manaz. The meaning is humanity and human. Manaz is the symbol of both the human race and the individual self in the rune deck. It celebrates everything about humankind that elevates us: our intelligence, our compassion, our creativity. That's right. Let's just hold that up. Creativity. Um, our artistry and our ability to innovate. It is a symbol of the collective consciousness and values we all share, but at the same time, it is strongly associated with an individual's self awareness. If this rune appears, you are encouraged to think about your attitude toward others and what your unique contribution to the world is. Mhm. What assistance or service can you offer others? Something that you already know you're good at, that you already enjoy. There may be some conflict between your beliefs and the demands and expectations of your family or society, but if you continue to deny your true self, you will feel increasingly frustrated and isolated. And I think that's what's happening, or what you've been dealing with, is dealing with someone who you haven't you haven't been uh following, you haven't been being authentic to who you are in order to try and appease them. And it's coming back to yourself. Study or the acquisition of new knowledge is another key theme here. Let's raise that card again. um Perhaps further study is the way for you to find greater fulfillment. Pretty much. Pretty much greater study of what you enjoy, and greater study of yourself, and what would make that child inside happy. um do the things that get you out of that place of anxiety and anguish, to a place where you're just like, you know what, I'm good. I can take care of myself, taking back my power and taking the steps towards my ultimate fulfillment, all on my own, relying on myself. You can do it. It's and I'm going to stand by this. It doesn't necessarily say it in the book, but I think this is what you're moving towards. Someone who actually has your back, who actually gets you, that when you meet this person, you're going to be like, "Oh, that person, what was I thinking?" It will happen. It will get better. So, yes, whatever makes you happy, even if it's towels. Hey, I mean, according to the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, that is the most important thing you can bring with you anywhere you go. So, hey, can't, what am I trying to say? Towels. Towels are important. Um, okay. Um, That's it for now. Thank you so much for joining me. Oh, I just saw 444. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are in the world. I wish you well on this crazy journey. You'll get through it. And I'll see you on the next video. Mwah. And if you haven't already, like, subscribe, and share.